Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be talking about a unit that have dropped to the game, and maybe nobody noticed this until some people told me, yo, he's crazy, he deals insane damage, he allows you to do damage reduction to the enemies, especially to bosses, and he will do damage reduction to your lineup, entire lineup, and gives you shield and heal you, and he will allow you to crit more. And it's Rich E.Honda. Rich E.Honda, so far he's proving himself to be broken, and now he's the meta. Everybody replaced Summer Elena, no more playing Summer Elena, playing Rich E.Honda. And I will show you my free-to-play run, and I will tell you that everybody need to have him. You have him at A+, he works at A+, but if you have his cars on him, you're gonna have more crit rate. When you have his FS on him, that will allow your team to deal even more damage and survive even more. Now let's talk about him really quick. This is not only by showcasing him, I will showcase him really quickly, but I will be talking about him specifically in the fight, and I will be showcasing the fight. So where is he? Here's here. Okay, first of all, his super, which is the crushing Orochi. One of the best skills. This is the main skill that you need to spam. You need to spam his super when you're going to the fight, and that's it. You don't need to do anything else. You use the C1 of Street Poison. Street Poison is back to the meta now. This is the current meta for bossing. And use C2 of Flame Chun, C3 of Flame Adon, and GG. You'll deal insane damage. You'll hit the 1 billion, 2 billion, 4 billion, 9 billion. It depends on your luck on crits and crit damage and how much you deal damage, and you don't die and survive. Virgil EX is so important, actually. It will save you in many runs. You don't need it. You can accumulate this damage. He will let you survive, actually. Now let's read it. So he summons a double to descend from the sky, slam into the foremost in front of the enemy position, so in front of them, dealing damage equal to 1280% of defense to all enemies of the area. Now this is big number according to his defense, so what you play on him, we play Echo, it will buff his defense even more. His damage is crazy when he goes crazy for a tank. His damage when you go for him fully max, when you get him to triple S with the cars and the plus 30. Other than that, his damage is noticeable at A+. When you play him, every player have him at A+. We got him for free, and you can play him. His damage is not what you need. You need him to spam his super. Why? For every enemy hit by the double, which is the boss, there is an 80% chance to obtain of one fortune. You will get the fortune. It's 100% chance. After unleashing the super combo, restore the super combo gauge by 200, which is perfect. You're gonna spam and spam more. Now what does the fortune do? Each stack increases defense and effect resistance by 8%, stacks up to 10 times. It means 80% effect resistance and defense on your lineup, which means you will not die easily from bosses, which means it's absolutely a monster for bossing. And thanks for all the EU players. Many people texted me, DM'd me, told me about this, and I went to the bosses and checked the crusade, and this is what they're running, and this is what they're using, and they're doing insane damage. They're crushing it. I did my try. I highly ranked. I was surprised by the damage that he did, and he allowed me to do, which is absolutely crazy. In addition to free to play, this is a free to play function. It's an A+ ranked unit. Hopefully they don't nerf him, that you can actually compete and climb up the ladders. Absolutely perfect. Now, after unleashing the super combo, restore super combo gauge by 200, we talked about it. This is the perfect thing that you need to focus about, the life link. And look what happens. Inflict life link on all enemies for 10 seconds and reduce the damage reduction of enemies affected by life link by 25%. And this stacks and stacks and stacks. Now, life link, damage reduction of life links go to 40%. Reduces the damage reduction of the enemy with the highest attack affected by the life link by an additional 20%. So the boss, if it's one boss, he will get the 40% and additional 20%, and you can stack it over and over, or maybe only one link. But as we saw in the damage, what the damage numbers are seeing, we're actually stacking the life link. So what's his passive? And passive is perfect because you need totally loaded. What totally loaded do? So totally loaded recovers 1500 of defense as HP upon obtaining this effect, increases defense and effect resistance for 50% for 15 seconds, which is crazy. So after the start of the battle, obtain 1 fortune every 10 seconds. Upon reaching 10 fortune, gain totally loaded. When totally loaded ends, remove all fortune stacks. Totally loaded increases defense and effect resistance by 80%, reduces interval time, or interval at which fortune is obtained to 7 seconds. So 7 seconds you're gonna obtain the fortune, no longer less than that. When totally loaded ends, reduce the number of fortune stacks to 7, no more to 0, which is good. Gain super armor while totally loaded is active, which means he can't be interrupted, which is absolutely insane. Now you're gonna use his C1 once or twice in the battle, which is okay, because we're using Kami and Vega EX move, which will make you go another rotation, stack those fortunes, so you can go to the totally loaded even more and allow him to go for with his super with full combo. Absolutely insane monster. Now his C2, it's normal, it's good. He converts HP to shields, and he of these shields, it's undispellable. You can give it the entire teams, and it's super thick. Until the enemies start damaging you, they need to damage the shields first, which is crazy. His cars, and this is what I'm talking about, whoever invested in him and got his cars are living in heaven for bossing right now. Obtain 2 fortune at unleashing crushing Orochi, which is his super. And at 6, upon obtaining totally loaded, restore the super combo gauge by 200 again, and increases the crit rate of all friendly fighters by 20% for 15 seconds. And this can refresh and refresh and refresh and refresh if you're going active back to back, which is absolutely monstrosity of a unit. Now he scales by damage reduction, so he survives even more and more. Now what does his skill does? And it's the Great Fame. While the shield provided by Grand Eminence is active, increase damage reduction by 25%. So when you gonna get the shield, you're gonna reduce the damage reduction. It's by 25%. It goes over 25%. So you'll be almost at 100, 125. I forgot the calculation. Somebody sent me a chart. It was awesome. And I'm explaining it to you basically like that, so you don't go and try to do the calculation. The dude is invincible in PvP, by the way. If you're playing him in PvP, if you want something for Showdown, he's a must-have if you're competitive in Showdown. Drop anything that you're having, go build him. Absolutely a monster unit. I think I'm a summon for him. Actually, I need him for chapter. He's used everywhere. You can use him in chapters, you can use him in PvP, in PvE, in towers, in bossing. Just a crazy unit. This unit is absolutely crazy. I'm thanking God that they didn't do him as legendary. Anyway, what does his assist do? In the assisted position, upon entering the battle, the assisted fighter loses 10% of max HP. 200 of the max HP lost is converted to permanent shield, which is actually great. One of the biggest problems that we have is burst damage, and this shield will reduce this burst damage, and it's not it's permanent, it's not dispellable, which is perfect. At plus 10, which is what you want him at minimum build. He works at plus 10, but you want him at plus 30 at all times. At plus 10, obtain 1 fortune when the shield provided by Grand Eminence to any fighter is broken. So any fighter whose shield is broken, he will go and obtain 1 fortune. While the shield provided by Grand Eminence is active, increase damage reduction of all friendly fighters by 25%. Crazy, more damage reduction. You're gonna hit the damage reduction to 125 or 150. So what the enemy does to you is absolutely nothing. Now at plus 30, upon obtaining totally loaded, unleash Grand Eminence level 3 once. This is considered a trigger skill, which is perfect actually, and hopefully this will happen more and more and more in the fights. Absolutely crazy unit. I will show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to the crusade and check what happened in the crusade. I was ranking 4. I don't know where I dropped. I'm still ranking 4. Absolutely insane. Look at this. 2.3 billion. Flatus 2 billion. 1.1 billion. I'm almost at 1 billion. Gagon, of course, if you see this video, please go and crush it. You have the units. I guess you have him. Do you have him? Yes, you have him built. Everybody is running this lineup. So I'm gonna show you this lineup. We start, of course, you need the Kami and Vega EX move. It's a must. And you need to time, for this boss specifically, any kind of skill that you have, you need to time it while you're stunned. So he will stun you. If you get stunned, just drop the EX move that will consume the time, and he will miss his damage, so he will not damage you, because he damage only the units that are stunned, and you will be stunned no longer because you press the EX move. And the last one is the Virgil EX. For the last blow, when he wanna kill us, we will evade that, and we will continue and deal more damage. So you will gain the Kami and Vega EX on Street Poison. Street Poison will start the combo, and then you're gonna go with the C1 of E.Honda and the C2 of Flame Chun-Li. She will be in tag position, Chun-Li. Yes, in tag position. Then the C3 of Flame Adon. And how you go by the rotation? You start with Rich E.Honda, you go with Street Poison, Flame Chun, then Fire Aidon until the end of the battle. This is the whole of it. I'm gonna show you the stats and the skills that we did. As you see, we used his C1 only one time, and we used 7 times his super. And we used her super 1 time, and 8 times her C1, 9 times her C2, and we used, I don't know what I used here by mistake, maybe his super or something like that. By the end of the battle, I used his C3 8 times. Let's go and check it. Absolutely crazy. I will speed it up. First of all, this is the setup. We're using Fei Long on 1 unit, and Flame Aidon, I'm using him on Mayor Cody on Fire Aidon. Let's go. So, at this point, we press the Kami and Vega AX. Look, we have a free no-cast combo on Street Poison. Street Poison will start the combo, and then we're gonna go and hit with Rich Honda. Then gonna go and hit with Flame Chun after this. Yes, after this, and then Fire Aidon. So, here we go. Come on, Pika, when did you start? And we start Super, C1, C2 Flame Chun, C3 from Fire Aidon, and we start with E.Honda, with Street Poison, Flame Chun, and Fire Aidon. As you see, the damage here should kill us. We didn't die. We were stunned. This is why I started with Flame Aidon. Now I remember. This is why. So I whiffed one. If I didn't get stunned by a normal attack, I would continue. Now everybody are stunned. I use the drones. When you use the drones, he misses his hit, so he doesn't kill you anymore. And we continue the same rotation. E.Honda, Street Poison, Flame Chun, then Fire Aidon. Absolutely crazy. And here, before we die, we use the EX move. And he damaged. Nobody is dead. We continue our combo, and we deal the maximum damage that we can do. And this is insane. This is insane. Unbelievable. I can't believe that they just gave us somebody as broken as him. He doesn't buff your teams by attack or damage. He buffed them by defense reduction. So your damage reduction, you're taking less problems like effect resistance. You're gonna not take burn, armor break, or shock, or anything, or soul damage. He will reduce that for all the debuffs. Plus, he will give you defense, so you will sustain more and more, and gives you shield, so you can live. And what he does is reduce the enemy damage reduction. It means the enemy damage reduction goes below 0. It's not only 0, it's in the negative. So the more you deal damage, the more raw damage that you deal, beyond true damage. Absolutely crazy setup and lineup. I don't know who created it. Probably one of the top 10 here who's playing and dealt the damage. Shout out to every single one of them. Quaid, Fletis, Munir, Gagon, Bakar, Bison Lame, Saunders, Spadra, Simon, and every single one of them. I'm not gonna list the whole people. It wasn't my idea. I didn't know that. I didn't discover it. I was busy doing something else, and I got the information. And oh my god, this is the new meta for bossing, guys. And it's free to play. You have him at A+ rank, and I have him at A+, and I'm using him. So I hope you enjoyed this. Good luck to you all. And yeah, that was it for the video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fight, time to fight.